next person, on that note, is Niki Dibble. I have not known Niki that long, but I met her earlier this year. And for the first year of Storytime, I really wanted to have a chef. We came up with a list of all these kinds of people that we wanted to have, and I thought chef sounded really cool. And then when it got right down to it, it's like, well, how am I going to find a chef to do that? And then I met Niki, and I'm like, Niki is also really charismatic, so this is going to be perfect. And she found an awesome connection between being a chef and Home Alone, so I'm really excited about this. Okay, Niki's bio. Niki went to culinary school with the hopes of traveling the world as a chef. Instead, she worked at Upstream for 8 years and decided that she liked all of her coworkers more than actually being a chef. Now she's an account manager at Election Systems and Software and loves that she finally has time for family and friends. She still enjoys cooking as long as someone else is doing the dishes. Niki Dibble.
Kevin's house was taunting and teasing him, and the poor kid could smell the glorious pizza that walked through the door that was his one salvation. That crunchy crust, that garlicky sauce, the perfect blend of cheeses with just a little dash of herbs. He went searching for that pizza, and he found all these jerks devouring so much pizza with their red Solo cups full of their palate-cleansing Pepsi. But no cheese pizza to be found. So he cried out, "Did somebody eat my cheese pizza?" To which he found that stupid Buzz. Stupid Buzz stuffing his face with his cheese pizza. He ate it just to spite him. So Kevin attacked him because he knew that he had to defend the honor of his poor cheese pizza that had fallen into the grips of Buzz. Stupid Buzz. The rest of the jerks, however, didn't understand the magnitude of said offense, so they exiled him up to the 3rd floor, where he made his first act of hanger. He laughs in the face of danger. They say don't eat popcorn while you jump on the bed. Obviously, he's not afraid of that. After he passes out from his day of rebellion amongst the rubble of his celebration, these two guys try to break into his house. He might be a little bit startled at first, but they have no idea what they're up against. They didn't know that they wouldn't like Kevin when he's hangry. So Kevin takes refuge under the safest place he can think of, which is his parents' bed, which he jumped on, throwing his freedom popcorn everywhere. And he drew inspiration from that freedom popcorn, thinking, I am the man of this house, and I'm going to defend it. So he began preparations, and one of the first things that he did was obviously get his cheese pizza. What man wouldn't? And then, after all of his preparations, he decided that he needed to fuel up with some highly nutritious mac and cheese, with some vitamin-packed milk on the finest McAllister china that they had to offer. But before he actually had a chance to finish or even start eating his mac and cheese, Harry and Marv launched their attack. Obviously, the moral of this story is you should not mess with Kevin when he's hangry because those robbers just didn't stand a chance. I honestly thought that 20 seconds was like really short, and then I guess I talk fast. But so the first instinct that I had when Joe asked me to do this was like, so you want me to reenact Home Alone in like the style of VeggieTales? Like, like Marv the asparagus and Harry the cucumber or something? So I'm glad that I didn't get that. But so I really wanted to let you guys experience the food in its entirety, which is all of your sensory perceptions. I wanted to make this place smell like pizza and then be like, you can't have any, I ate it all. And this was the only thing I could find, and it wasn't enough to make the entire room smell like pizza, so I was a little bummed. And I kind of started to procrastinate a little bit, some wine and some bones. And then I got hangry one day, and I I was like, you know, I think Kevin was hangry. Every time in that movie that something major happened, it was because Kevin got interrupted before he actually got to eat, so poor kid was hangry. As you can see, the Urban Dictionary definition of hangry. I mean, really, who hasn't actually been hangry in their lifetime? So I started sketching out some slides after I watched the movie over and over and over again. I really, really love Fuller over there. He's my favorite. I wet the bed. And then there's Stupid Buzz. These definitely developed into much more fantastic slides down the road, though. But the dreamy pizza scene was the original inspiration. I had my very first coffee shop work session. Never done that before. 1, really awesome people watching, and 2, you actually get a lot done amidst the people watching. So it was fantastic, and I had some help, of course, which I will recognize later. One of the other main points that I found in Home Alone is that what you eat in a meal is what you make of it. So one of the examples I found was that a mouthful of wine in a church setting is way different than a mouthful of wine that I would normally drink. But so Kevin made all of his meals exactly what they were meant to be for him. Obviously, I had to do a lot of research for this presentation, so I had to eat some pizza and some desserts and mostly just a lot of junk food, which I mean, really can't complain about at all. This was my very first test audience. His name is Eli. He's a very, very tough critic. He yawned a lot. I figure it was a really good audience to test on because he prepared me for the absolute worst. He only liked me when I had a treat in my hand. But he's adorable.